Have you wondered how wind turbine blades are made?
You and I have an insatiable appetite for electricity. Come with me and we'll look at the issues relative to wind farms and the communities that they serve. This is the Windfarm Guy.
Hi, this is Dennis Stout, and thank you for joining me for this episode of the Windfarm Guy. Today I am in Newton, Iowa. Today joining me is Aaron Eldal. He is the engineering manager here, and they make wind turbine blades here. So Aaron, thank you for joining me today. I sure appreciate it. And we're a long way apart. We're in the middle of our little COVID pandemic right now, and so we're over here, we're staying away from each other so that we can keep everybody safe. Aaron, just generally speaking, tell us what you do here.
Yeah, so TPI is the largest independent manufacturer of wind turbine blades in the world. We took over that title about a year, 2 years ago. We specifically build wind turbine blades. That's our core competency. We do that not only here in Iowa, in Newton, Iowa, but also around the world. We've got facilities that are in Mexico, in China, in Turkey, in India, and we continue to expand. But TPI also does some clean transportation, but again, our main bread and butter is wind turbine blades. Right.
So do you make turbine blades for multiple manufacturers?
So in Iowa, we build specifically for one manufacturer, that is General Electric. Outside of Iowa, we build for a variety. The goal of TPI is to actually build wind turbine blades for the top OEMs out in the world. That positions us well, but also positions them well, knowing that they have someone they can trust.
Right, right. Okay. Is a blade, no matter what the manufacturer or whatever, is a blade a blade?
From what you see on the outside, I would say yes. From what you see on the inside, it varies. They can have a variety of different components. They all have a different makeup. They use the general same types of materials, but those materials can have significantly different properties. You can go from fiberglass to carbon fiber. It all depends on the application. There are different physical components that are made to actually build these up, and each OEM has their own specific mix that they do. There's also some individuals who build one-piece blades. The blades that we build here are two pieces. You essentially build two halves and you bond them together. But there are some that build it as a single piece as well, and it's just different methodologies based on different designs.
Right, two pieces like a clamshell.
Absolutely.
Now, is that difficult fusing those together?
So as you can imagine, when you look at the size of these blades, it's very big, and there's tight tolerances, so you have to have very capable equipment that allows you to flip one over the other. They're essentially glued together, and then you put some additional layers of fiberglass wetted out with resin to build some additional structure in critical areas.
Right. Okay. I want to just touch on something. I did a Windfarm Guy episode recently about blade failures, and I just want to make sure I told them correctly that just because something within the industry says that it was a blade failure doesn't mean it had chunks flying off or whatever. Can you go into a little bit of that?
Absolutely. Think of it about like your car, right? There's different things that can go wrong in your car. Some of them would be catastrophic. Some of them would be more of a nuisance. You'll have the same thing with anything mechanical. Wind blades are no exception to this. You can have the failures that are painted all over the media where it's a significant one, or you can have very small routine maintenance that needs to be done and can correct very small things.
Right. Well, one thing about wind farms is whatever we do in a wind farm, it is painfully obvious to every passerby because here you have this giant thing sticking up in the air, and you know, like it compared to another source of power, a power plant or something. Someone driving by has no idea whether they're operating at 30% or 80% or 100%, but you sure do with a wind farm. And same thing goes with blade failure or anything else. If there's something odd, everybody knows.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Now, when a company orders a turbine blade from you, I mean, is it just, are there variations to them? I mean, even within the same company, are there variations to the blades?
Yes, so you can assume that a wind turbine blade can have add-ons, just like anything else you can buy. If you look at any given wind farm, you may find that you have a variety of those variations, or you could find that you have some in a very rural setting which don't look the same or don't have the same add-ons as you would find in a very urban setting. There are different add-ons that can reduce noise, for instance. You'd probably find those around more of an urban setting. And then there's other add-ons that just improve power output, and you'll probably find those more often than not.
Right. Are there variations due to area weather conditions, like maybe close to the coast and more salt in the air or something like that? Are there variations like that?
Yes, you'll see variations there as well. Most of those are going to be larger blade variations, maybe a different blade model, for instance,
Gotcha.
Because you're trying to pick up different wind at different elevations. You're not necessarily going to see a different coating on your blade to deal with different salt spray or things like that, but you'll definitely see different blade models to catch wind in different areas.
Okay. And again, generally speaking, how long does it take to make a blade?
So at TPI, our goal is to build blades in kind of the bottleneck process in about 24 hours. That allows us, if you think about it, to be able to pump out a blade out of each tool that we have in about a 24-hour period. If you were to look at the process end to end, it's probably closer to 6 to 7 days, but we're able to pump out a blade about every 24 hours per line that we have in the facility.
Nice. That's awesome. Okay, final question for you is, if there's one thing you could tell the general public, what would you tell them?
Wind energy creates opportunity. A great example is in Newton. We had one of the headquarters for Maytag. They made all their washers and dryers here years ago. Unfortunately, that company left. That left this town in a very challenging position. A lot of the people that we have here were once Maytag members, or family members were Maytag members. They were all left without jobs. We were fortunate enough to be able to come in here and pick up a portion of that vacuum and start building wind turbine blades. And as a result, one of the amazing things is the two largest employers in the county are wind energy manufacturers, one being us and the other being a company that builds towers for wind turbine blades. So again, it's all the opportunity and the economic development that is brought forth for the community and all these families.
Nice. And the community supports y'all being here.
Absolutely.
That is fantastic. If you like what we've talked about today, or have some comments and want to subscribe, be sure to click the like button and leave me a comment. Aaron, I really appreciate you being with us today, and I appreciate your information. And this is Dennis Stout, and I'm the Windfarm Guy.
Thank you for watching. Working together, we can make good energy decisions and save our planet. I am the Windfarm Guy.